Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese, North America's only Italian-language daily newspaper, on behalf of Go Live TV and Corcan Media Group, with the comment of the day, actually the editorial position of Corriere Canadese. And you can imagine that the only thing that's on anybody's lips, on anybody's mind, is, of course, the SNC scandal and what it's doing to the political system in Ottawa. That's where our comment of the day settles. So, political movements meet the rule of law. Crash. Lately, in their fundraising drive, Trudeau's Liberals have been advertising themselves as a political movement. Jump aboard, they say. This is no longer a party, it's a movement. Not so fast. That movement today, yesterday, the day before, is a total train wreck, and all operations are now completely dedicated to salvage and cleanup. That's the most positive statement that one can muster up about the Trudeau government after the other day's marathon House of Commons Justice Committee hearings and the subsequent press conferences held by the leaders of the parliamentary caucuses. The Prime Minister capped off the evening with a bizarre presentation/defense in Montreal, not Ottawa, flanked by the newly elected MP from Outremont, I think you see her just over his shoulder, using as a backdrop a group of young people. Were they high school students? There wasn't an adult in the room. Those visuals and Trudeau's defiant, maybe arrogant reply to Wilson Reynolds' 4 hours of testimony was reflective of the quality of advice Justin Trudeau has been receiving from his handlers, Butts and Telford, or anybody else foolish enough to want to take credit. That council has been devoid of any demonstrable vision grounded in national interest or good governance. Just fluff an image. Well, it backfired in committee. The Liberal MPs tried their incompetent best to make the hearing about Wilson Raybould. Two male members of the committee were particularly belligerent and demeaning in their efforts to heap blame and scorn on Wilson Raybould. It was a pathetic, shameful, drive-by smear exercise, made no less so because three Liberal female MPs tried their wily best to project the view that Jerry, otherwise known as Gerald Butts, and the staff in the PMO, that neither Jerry nor the PM would ever do such a thing, and that therefore whatever happened must really have been her, Jody Wilson-Raybould's, fault. That thing, of course, is the sustained, persistent political pressure to interfere in what we would call a judicial process. Jerry and Trudeau wanted the then Attorney General, Wilson Raybould, to reverse her decision to allow the government's chief prosecutor to proceed with criminal charges against a corporate citizen, SNC Lavalin. Rule of law be damned. There are other objectives. Well, that principle applies to Huawei, if that paragon of virtuous government Donald Trump allows, or to Venezuela's Maduro. But surely it can't be applied to us. Well, yes, it can, and it does. Prosecution in criminal court may not necessarily result in a conviction. Only the weight of irrefutable evidence determined by a presiding judge and or jury may do that. But that process is vital to our democratic institutions. Ironically, all the pressure being exerted to save SNC Lavalin this grief suggests that the corporation is guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. But a corporation cannot go to jail. Its officers and board are responsible and liable. A corrupt business class, like this one may turn out to be, cannot be allowed to associate with a healthy, rights-based society. Jody Wilson-Raybould understands that. The Prime Minister's advisors and their sniveling operatives on the Justice Committee do not. It remains to be seen whether Justin Trudeau has learned that lesson. or whether it's too late. Joe Volpe for Corriere Canadese, for Corcan Media Group and Go Live TV, inviting you to stay for a commentary in Italian and then subsequently in Portuguese. Follow us on social media or on Corriere.com. Go to videos and follow us as you go through the day. Thank you.